On Friday the 4th of November, Infinite Warfare will be released. 9 years ago, nearly to the day, on November the 5th, 2007, Call of Duty 4 was launched. And will probably go down as one of the greatest Call of Duties that was ever made. Yeah, there have been other Call of Duties over the years that have been good. World at War, NW2, Black Ops, NW3. All of them were good Call of Duties in their own way. There's one thing that kind of is sticking in my mind when it comes to Call of Duty. When it comes to Infinite Warfare and the hate and negativity that is received, especially over the past few months, starting with the launch trailer, with everyone hating on it, everyone getting on the bandwagon, everyone jumping on that hate train, everyone just dropping the dislike bombs all over the place. Now, is it because the Infinite Warfare is that bad? Or is it because there's another underlying reason that no one's even thought about before? Now, is it that Call of Duty is a bad game? No, Call of Duty is not a bad game. It never has been a bad game. There's always been bad things in the game that have always been there that I think people forget about. I think people forget about the fact that lag, connection, hit detection, overpowered weapons, underachieving score streaks. The list could go on forever and ever. But there's things in the game that have always been there that I think people forget about. And I think people forget about it because the game comes out year after year after year. There are many other games out there that probably have lots of other problems. Or lots of problems, should I say. There's probably games out there that aren't balanced, that have these same kind of issues that you get on Call of Duty. But because they're not launched year after year after year, like Battlefield, like Gears of War, you know, you can play those games and you'll play them and you think, yeah, this game's good. This game feels fresh, it feels different, it feels new, it feels vibrant, it's really good, it's really exciting, I'm happy, I'm so glad that I'm playing this game. Yet you forget that the same game came out 2 years before. And the only difference with Call of Duty is that the game came out last year. And the fact of the matter is that the game comes out every single year. So maybe that it's not that Call of Duty or Infinite Warfare that there's anything particularly wrong with it. Maybe it's just that Call of Duty comes out every year. And with it coming out every year, that you're not really seeing anything that different. Imagine this. Imagine if Call of Duty didn't come out every year. Imagine if Call of Duty came out every 2 years, 3 years. Imagine what a difference it would be. Imagine playing Black Ops 3 for 2 years. You play Black Ops 3 for 2 years, and then a new Call of Duty come out, and it would be something different. It would be something unique, something that the other Call of Duties never had. I don't know, maybe it's just a food for thought. Maybe if Call of Duty didn't come out every year, everyone wouldn't be getting so bored of it. Is that the right word? I'm not sure if bored of it is even the right word to describe it. Maybe it's that everyone is so used to the shit that's in Call of Duty that everyone's getting, I don't know, oversaturated with Call of Duty, that everyone's kind of burning themselves out. You think how many channels out there are dedicated to just doing Call of Duty, myself included in this. I primarily do Call of Duty. Think how much time goes into making a Call of Duty video. I'm not just talking making the video, as in rendering it, colouring it, editing it, etc, etc. I'm talking about going out and getting the gameplay. Now, if you're a big YouTuber and you're making money off of playing Call of Duty, right, so you're making money from playing Call of Duty, basically, you can glam it up any way you want, saying that you have to put this effort into making a video. So let's face it, it's not that much effort into making a video. You can put all these fancy graphics in it, which you probably have someone else doing it for you anyway. But you got to go out and get the gameplays. So like years ago, when Call of Duty 4 originally came out, people were doing gameplays, and there would be epic gameplays. There would be sniping montages. As much as I hate sniping, there would be these imaginary different videos that you wouldn't have seen before. And back in the day then, there wasn't so many gaming videos out anyway in the first place. So when it comes to these bigger YouTubers, they've got to go out and get these gameplays. And that's when it suddenly kind of changed, and everyone started, rather than putting up their like beast gameplays of them going 50-0 or 40-0 or whatever, they started just putting up gameplays. They were just ordinary gameplays with them talking over it. Maybe a lot of these bigger YouTubers out there were bored of Call of Duty long before anyone else was bored of Call of Duty, just primarily because they were working for a living, and their work for a living was playing Call of Duty and making videos out of it and making money from it, which is fair enough. Who wouldn't out there would not want to make money from playing a video game? So my point is that maybe all this hate for Infinite Warfare has come from a different place. It's not come from the place of the fact that the game is really that bad. And let's face it, how much can you base on a beta in the first place anyway, which wasn't really a beta, it was a air quotes demo, not really a beta. So let's put it like this. Just think of anybody big, Drifter, T-Martin, Ali, even Thunder. How many of them maybe just, rather than the game being shit, it's just that they're getting a bit burned out from playing Call of Duty year after year after year and seeing very, very little change in the game at all. I've never really thought about it like this until today. I don't know, just something happened and I started thinking about it, and I was thinking, well, maybe it's not that Call of Duty is actually a bad game. Maybe it's just that they've oversaturated everything because they bring out a new Call of Duty every year, and every year we expect something grand to happen to it. I mean, they're not going to change the base game of it, are they? Why would they? Why would they change something that everyone loves? I mean, yes, everyone says about going back to boots on the ground, but let's face it, if next year Sledgehammer brought out a boots on the ground Call of Duty, is that going to change anything? Will that make anyone want to play the game anymore? Or will it be that people will just play the game for a couple of months and then be like, do you know what, I'm just bored of playing Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. I always have loved Call of Duty. I'm a Call of Duty fanboy. I've said this before. I love Call of Duty. But when it's a game coming out year after year after year, what are you expecting? What really are you expecting to get out of a game that's come out every year? Let's face it, Infinite Warfare is pretty much a copy and paste of Black Ops 3. Maybe a few different differences in there. They're putting some variants. They're chucking in some other stuff. Maybe it's just that a lot of us, myself included, have been playing Call of Duty for the last 9 years. 9 years to play one single game is a hell of a long time. And maybe it's just that we're just burnt out on Call of Duty. Maybe they need to slow down the production of Call of Duty. Maybe bring it out every 2 to 3 years. I don't know. It's just a thought. And maybe now, the other people that started playing, I don't know, from Black Ops 1, MW2, MW3, maybe now they're catching up and they're getting burnt out too. Which is why there's this massive backlash of people saying, fuck Call of Duty, you're dead. Rest in peace.